From Las Vegas, it's Let's Talk News Now with Rick and Ella.
Welcome back to Let's Talk News Now. I'm, of course, joined with Ella and Angela, and we've already done our good mornings. No more Charlie jokes. But I want to invite each and every one of you to please go to our website, www.letstalknewsnow.com. We've done all kinds of upgrades there, changed the site all around, and more importantly, ladies, we can now see ourselves on the internet.
Yay!
Well, it does. We uploaded actually 120 some odd segments and still adding more of the show. So if you miss us at 6 o'clock in the morning, which I can't say I would exactly blame you.
Right.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning, but if you want to go back and see it, you can do so. Go to letstalknewsnow.com, click on our YouTube, and you'll find everything there.
They can embed and you can share and you can tell people about it. And
it's good. It's fun. So, right, and we're having an absolute blast anyway.
Just FYI, I wonder why people always, when, like you've just done, put www. I mean, that's a given, right? Just say your website.
Okay. Old
3
school.
W's dot.
Old school.
It's like when they first started advertising websites, and it'd be HTTP.
Right.
It's like, how is anybody ever going to remember all that?
Just cut stuff, right?
We were talking just a few moments ago about whether unions still maintain the same political clout. And everybody just kind of went with cringe and going, you can't say that, this is Las Vegas. I'm going, well, no, wait a second. But I'm not saying they should or shouldn't. I'm just saying it appears as though they have. The Democrats and the Republicans, though, are each taking their own spin on what happened in Wisconsin.
Right.
There's some forecasting going on, projecting the presidential race because of it. And saying that, wait a minute, Mitt Romney may actually have a chance here because there's a lot of people in middle America that are looking for some real significant change.
Right.
Okay. Also, one of the other correlations that's being made is that if you can outspend your opponent 5 to 1 or 9 to 1,
always
you can maybe assure yourself an election.
I think all elections come down to how much money you can raise and how much advertising you can do. I mean, that's always been the case. Of whoever raises the most money ends up winning.
To be able to get your message out, to be able to buy television ads, to be able to buy billboards.
And to be able to buy the strategist that helps you get there.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you remember a film called The Distinguished Gentleman with Eddie Murphy, and his slogan was the name you know. And so how do you get to know a name? By putting it out there and making people be very, very familiar with it.
Exactly.
So as you said, it's the money, the advertising.
Contest.
I agree with you there. It has very much become a popularity contest, and I really do think that, I mean, you're looking at congressional races now that will raise as much as $2 million, that your average congressional race for a U.S. Congress seat is now $1 million. And really, when you're thinking about it, there's the common sense fairy that kind of runs around. A job that pays a couple $100,000 a year, which is nothing to sneeze at, but that's what the job pays, right? And yet people will spend $1 million to get a job for a couple $100,000.
It's not their money.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. It's not their money.
Typically, I know some of them put their own money into it too, but typically it's not their money in the first place. And what you see happening too is certain congressional races or Senate or whatever, if the race doesn't seem like it's going to be tight, that person will be tapped by the party to raise money for other, whether it's Democrat or Republican in their party that need help with fundraising.
Right.
And then how wrong is that really? If I'm giving Rick money to run for office, but
that'd be a bad idea.
He doesn't, but he doesn't need the money for his campaign because he's got a lock and he's going to win, and he hands it over to Ella. I didn't give money to get Ella elected. She's not even in my district.
Right.
There's a problem there that I think the general public doesn't normally see and know is really going on, and it is.
Yeah, and I'm agreeing with you. I think that there's a huge problem. I also think there's along the same lines. My comment a few minutes ago about the fact that, wait a second, in Wisconsin, the money wasn't just raised in Wisconsin by people who live in Wisconsin. It wasn't really their campaign. It became a national campaign.
Right. Somebody in Texas is donating to keep him in office or get him out of office, and what does it matter to Texas?
All right.
This brings up this whole comment or this whole perspective. The United States Supreme Court ruled very early on in Barack Obama's career as president that PACs and super PACs were constitutional. And at that time,